This is Old Monk Castle, not far from Dalry. It figures in the story of Bessie Dunlop, who was burnt to death in Edinburgh, having been condemned as a witch. Now, Bessie had only been known to do good. She had used cures for animals. She'd helped to locate lost items. But she believed that she'd met and was being tutored by a person called Thomas Reid, who had died 30 years before, having been killed at the Battle of Pinkie. So when she started speaking about having met him, people no doubt in those days were not just incredulous, but also thought that she was in touch with evil spirits. She also said to have met the Queen of the Fairies up at Cleves Cove, and also the Warlock Laird of Auchinskith, which is not far from here. Her family came from, or she lived at Lynn Glen, which is just the other side of this hill up here. And she's said to have been tutored. This is the year 1576 by this Thomas Reid, who taught her how to cure sick animals and so on, gave her information. Now, sadly, the authorities became aware of this, and although she'd only done good, she was sent for trial in Edinburgh and was burnt at the stake. Very unusual for a witch to have only been claimed to have done evil by being in contact with spirits, but not actually by doing any harm to anybody. On the occasion when Bessie Dunlop first met Thomas Reid, she met him whilst walking from Dalry down here to the yard of Monk Castle. And after her conversation with him, he suddenly dived into a hole far too small for a person to move through in a dike or a wall here. So that's how Monk Castle features directly in the story of Bessie Dunlop.